What is up? What is up? My Emmit Douglas is Blindside Sports. You can get me on Twitter at EmmittNoC04. And minute since the last episode, our last episode, Nick, was Steve DeSager. You were not a couple of these episodes. It was Steve DeSager, and then it was Trufa, and then I took a little bit of a break. Now we're back. It's been 2 months, Nick. And Nick Wright joining me. Get him out of Twitter at is Nick Wright. And I feel like it's 2 months a week, like to the since we did this whole this podcast. I mean, last time we did a show, the Morant gun story broke, and now we're doing the show today, and the John Morant second gun video last Sunday morning. So
I was gonna say it's been a minute, Emmett. It's good to see you. Yeah, you've had all these great guests on me. God, how can I follow this Sager? You have all these great guests, and what the hell am I doing here? But yeah, thanks for having me back.
What'd you say?
No, I mean, you had Steve DeSager on, you had all these great guests on, and somehow you have me back. So I'm good. It's good to be here.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, you always bring the heat with the with your hot takes if they're hot or they're hot. But to get into it, man, DeSager,
oh my God,
DeSager was I was shocked he actually showed up. I mean, I was like, okay. Shout out, by the way, for
classic Steve. Classic Steve. Of course, he shows up.
Oh, he showed up. He was up. He was on time too. It was 12 o'clock, and he was there at 11:58. Like he was early.
Classic DeSager. Love him.
Steve is the best in the business updates. I mean, Steve's an absolute one of the all-time greats. I mean, they anchor Hall of Fame or radio Hall of Fame. That Steve DeSager better be at the top of the list.
I mean, he could. I guarantee he got offers to do I don't know, his own shows somewhere in the radio industry, but he probably turned it down. That just kind of seems like the Steve's way. But
yep,
yeah, no, he's a Marconi Award winner one day for sure.
Oh yeah, I've heard Steve DeSager since I was 8 years old.
Yeah. I keep forgetting you're like 2 years old. So yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so I'll be 19 in July, and I found FSR when I was 8. So it was obviously here. I don't know. Were you there in like 13? I think that was a little bit before.
No, that was a little before. I got there at about 2015. But this reminds me of when I was a kid, and I know people aren't going to care about this, but just real quick, like I remember when I was a kid, like going to and fro from my parents' houses, like I'd listen to Steve Hartman. Yep. And then when I first got hired, I got to do Steve Hartman at Fox Sports Radio, his show, and that was just like, man. So anyway.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I mean, just for what I had like that much, like something crazy like meeting Steve Hartman running his board, but like one of that, like the Sager was pretty monumental for me. Ilo was pretty. That was a pretty cool get. And Ben, those were all like just in gets. I mean, it was really surreal. Like I'm on my podcast and asking him questions. Enough of our blabbering. Let's do the Western Conference Finals. Denver. Nick Wright, Los Angeles Lakers. Grab the mops. It was a sweep.
Yep, I had to get my broom out. My God.
Yeah, it was not a very good game for the Lakers. I mean, or not a good at all. I mean, it was just an domination, and I want to get into yesterday's game specifically real fast because it was very interesting. LeBron James played the whole first half with 31 points.
He dropped 31 in the first half at 38 years old, and people are complaining about LeBron. Like I just anyway, yeah. People are gonna complain. It's just like Lakers fans, like Twitter, just to go back and forth, but. He played the full first half, basically almost the game, but his second half was not on par with his first half at all. And I was like, okay, this when I like first 2 quarters in, I was like, okay, the Lakers are gonna make the game. All right, probably gonna win this. We'll see a game 5. Cool. I thought it was done at half. I thought it was. I mean, I didn't even think about it, but then of course, anyway.
Yeah, and then the Nuggets came out of nowhere, and we're just. I mean, the Nuggets. I mean, if you're a Lakers fan talking crap on the Nuggets, you're wrong. I mean, a team where me and Nick Wright, I believe it might have been the last show we did together. Whenever the Kendrick Perkins MVP story dropped, we talked about the third MVP, and Nick is was. I think you're retired this day. But
yep.
Nick was a very big Nikola Jokic hater, which I understood his point, right? But I don't necessarily agree with what he was saying. So has your stance changed on Jokic at all?
A lot, actually. So here's the thing. Yes, I was an advocate the last time that we did a show because I didn't think Jokic, excuse me, was deserving of 3 in a row. The only people who's won 3 MVPs in a row is Larry Bird and Bill Russell. I didn't think he belonged in that category to win 3 in a row. 2 years, so prior, I had Giannis winning the year that Jokic won his first one. I had Giannis getting that one. The second year, I had Embiid getting that one. And truth be told, I think I said this on the last show, but Jokic was deserving of the MVP for this, potential third one. But I was an advocate against it because who the hell is Jokic to win 3 in a freaking row? And now how he is playing, how he has played since we've talked and in the playoffs.
Like a point guard. It's insane.
It's just, and now the way he's playing, it's like, God, I was dead wrong. And there was a tweet from a former Chargers player who I scoffed at about a month ago, who said basically like he's like, oh, this is like maybe better than like Dirk for a European player. You know what I mean? I'm like, Jokic is not Dirk. Are you kidding me? And now, ooh, my God, Emmit, look at this. Jokic's last 9 playoff games. This is ridiculous. 39-16, 30-17-17, 53-4-11, 29-13-12, 32-10-12, 34-21-14, 23-17-12, 30-14. Basically the point is,
he's historic.
Yes. I want to say I'm sorry. This is one of the things where I was just so dead wrong about. And I'm sorry to Jokic. I'm sorry to Denver Nuggets fans. I'm just sorry about all of it because I was dead wrong. He is the best player in the NBA. And it's by a long shot at this point. Because, the whole thing was if you win 3 MPs in a row, I want to see playoff production. And, here we are.
We're gonna get to Embiid in a few. We're gonna get to the Sixers. Trust me. But yes, playoff production's key. I can completely. And my thing too with this whole Jokic thing is Jokic has been historical, and we're not knocking that at all. It's impressive, but the even more impressive part about the Nuggets team is like these other players. You got guys like Aaron Gordon. You got guys like a Porter Jr. You got guys like a Jamal Murray Murray, the crazy. Not like Lopez, but Jamal Murray in Game 3 had an absolutely great first half. I was watching it with one of my friends.
He dropped 15 in the first quarter. I was watching with a friend. I was watching with a friend for Game 3. I was at like a party, and I got there, and it was still the first quarter, and I saw Jamal Murray 15 points in the first quarter. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and he did off a little bit or pretty hard that second half. Still, what he did in that first half, what he's done all series for the Denver Nuggets and all playoffs is absolutely great. And you wonder if Jamal Murray never took his ACL in 2021. That year was pretty cracked in terms of injury. Would the Nuggets have like beat the Suns and made it to the finals that year? Like if they healthy, I'll give you a little story, Emmit.
I know, so I had to DM producer Rob G for Fox Sports the other day because
Robert Guerra,
I remember when Lonzo Ball and Jamal Murray came into the league at the same time, and I think it was maybe the second year, but I don't know. Jamal Murray, I hated Jamal Murray ever since the Lakers played the Nuggets, and Jamal Murray, the Nuggets beat the Lakers, and he did this little dribble around Lonzo Ball, kind of, I don't know, dogging him. And I'm like, okay, I'm a hater ever since. And now I'm like, good God, this guy is the real deal, Holyfield. And here's my thing. Jamal Murray's averaging 35 points a game in this. He averaged 35 points a game in that Lakers series. Devin Booker, remember that heater he was on with Phoenix before they got eliminated?
Yep.
Can it sustain? I'm curious to see if Jamal Murray can keep this up, because I mean, we're all assuming Miami's going to win, right? I don't know if the Celtics can come back 4 in a row. Yeah. Yes, I got it up right now. So currently the Heat are up 3, 47-44 right now. So I think it's going to be a double sweeperoo. Can you believe that? like both.
You know what's really weird about this too? If it is a double room situation, Steve DeSager, who's getting a lot of shout outs from this episode. I was listening to Arnie and Plank the other night, and if it's a sweep for both teams, either way, because of contracts and TV, they're still gonna have to wait till June 1st to play this fight. And it got me thinking in my head, like the NFL, you know, like somewhere that bye week, that, you know, like 10 days off that they have the divisional round, like before that number one. Sometimes it just does not help. If you're like the Nuggets, right? Do you want Celtics to like a couple games and then like please just so the Celtics or Heat have less time off to compared to you guys? I mean, because the Denver Nuggets are scheduled to have 9 days off before the finals, and it would be 8 days off for the Heat if they were to win out today. So it's a very interesting thing to kind of think about. And I mean, if it is a sweep, 9 day NBAs could be kind of crazy. I
mean, hey, good rest for both teams. I know, like the old, you know, it would have been better for the NBA to have a classic Lakers Celtics series again for title number 18. I really do. I think NBA producers and NBA brass are just shaking their head.
That's how you know the league rigged. So everyone on Twitter says, shut up.
Thank you. Like when everyone says, "Oh yeah, the NBA is rigged." Oh yeah, really? You think the NBA wanted Miami and Denver in the finals? Right. That's going to be an all-time low rating. But I got to say,
I don't know. People, the way Jokic has been, and the way, like, yeah, I get Miami was an 8 seed. Nuggets have been very overlooked all year, and I give it. You're guilty of it, of overlooked Nuggets. But like, man, I don't know. I'll take Nuggets seed. I mean, I'll be excited.
That was my next point. I mean, like you know, like whenever I say, "Oh, real hoopers love it," yes, as both fans of basketball, like it's gonna be good hoops. I mean, honestly, let's just assume. I mean, God, if the Lakers get swept and the Celtics make the first ever 3-0, 4 in a row comeback, I will cry tears like in my bed. But let's just assume Denver, and it's Denver and Miami. It's going to be a good series. I mean, God, I still have Denver destroying Miami, but at the same time, who saw playoff? I mean, Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler, baby.
Good Lord. I mean, how it's like. I saw
guys like Gabe Vincent, you know, never heard of him. Who until these playoffs? Like, yeah, come on. I mean, the Heat. I never expected to even make it this far. You remember Nick, Twitter and people in the media and including I wasn't a believer in the Heat at all. People are like,
I wasn't either.
Team, they're trash and from the producer of The Odd Couple and Straight Fire with Jason McIntyre put out on Twitter that. It was Heat were one of the shooting teams in the regular season.
Yes.
One of the best shootings in the playoffs, and that's really, really key in today's NBA.
They're like the number one 3-point shooting team in the playoffs when they were like one of the worst in the regular season. Who saw this coming? Like who saw this coming? Nobody did. And I've always loved Jimmy Butler.
If you put money down on the Heat Nuggets, to tweet us at Emmit Nosey or at is Nick Wright, because I don't think one person did.
No, there's nobody. There's nobody. And you know what? I mean, there's well, I'm going to keep doubting the Heat, I guess, because if and when they play Denver, I think that's going to be a short series because this Denver team is just all-time great. But if Jimmy Butler wins, we got to have some conversations about some like all-time ranks here. And I'm not saying, you know, top 15 or anything.
No, for sure.
But I'll drop some hot. I have a hot take. If Emmett, real quick, if the Heat go to the finals and Jimmy Butler wins this ring, I'll knock off KD off my list for him. Absolutely.
Ooh. Okay, you know what? This is a debate.
Not even close.
Because this could be a good debate of some people, but I have to. Good point, because at KD's career compared to Jimmy,
he has 2 fake rings. People want to talk about the bubble ring is fake. KD's 2 rings doesn't matter to me, not even a little bit.
I mean, I don't think a championship fake. I mean, I said that against the bubble too. It's like I don't think it was fake. Like I think it still count because there were other obstacles these players had with. But was it a little different? Okay, yeah, I'll say that.
It was harder. It was harder, and that's the thing that just kills me when people say the bubble ring was fake. If you
imagine
team,
being locked in one area,
exactly, and the Lakers, LeBron, AD, like every team and every player had to do it. It was harder. Yep, exactly. It was harder.
If AD and LeBron, if COVID happened, do I think they would have made the finals? I don't know, but
come on. Come on.
No, injuries, bro. like that. I'm not hating everybody in the NBA, the Clippers and the Nuggets. All of those guys had the 3-4 months. So it was all fair. Everybody had the same amount of time. You got your body, or who knows what people are actually doing during quarantine, if players were like out in their home gyms or whatnot. But you must have to at least let your body recover. Every team that went to the bubble. So that knock off the bubble ring is just crazy. It's crazy.
If that's what kills me, because because it's the Lakers and double because it's LeBron. If you're a Knicks fan, if you're a Heat fan, like whatever fan, like if you won that championship, they wouldn't call it like a fluke ring. It's because it's the Lakers and your team didn't win. That's why they call it a fake ring, and it just kills me.
I feel like there would, if any big market, like let's say the Warriors that year, I know the Warriors are absolutely garbage that year, but let's say the Warriors with Green Clay made it that year, I still think people will call it a fake ring, but
maybe okay. When you say the Warriors,
maybe the Nets with Durant, maybe. But everyone's a Durant.
It's no, I just I can't agree. It was because it's the Lakers and LeBron's on the Lakers. I think that was a big catalyst to why the bubble ring is fake.
I mean, it's not fake. I mean, after the he's trying to discount Giannis,
but
after he wasn't even in the bubble, I'm like, come on.
By the way, you know what kills me? Even though he's one of my favorite radio people of all time, when I used to hear Ben Maller say that he would obviously say that because he hates the Lakers and he's a Clippers guy, would say the Lakers bubble ring was fake, but he also touts that the Dodgers COVID year again, like that's not fake. Yeah. Like how that's the most contradicting thing I've ever heard in my life. But hey, he sells it pretty well. How you can think the Lakers ring is fake but the Dodgers isn't, I don't know. And by the way, I can't stand the Dodgers, but that was a real ring too.
It's off of Roberto in the back. So
yeah, it's just man, I don't know. It just that's an old time Olympic mental hoops that he pulled off a couple years ago. But yeah.
It's brought up, and Justin Cooper, the great, gets very mad whenever Ben brings that one up. He's like, it triggered Coop. I mean, you're friends with Coop. Coop's a great dude. You get him mad, man. It a very kind of quiet, just chill dude, but if you piss him off enough, he's good at arguing.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, he
could be on a debate show, I'm telling you.
Oh, 100%.
And it's funny too, because I'm pretty sure it's planned, but he was on the show. It was a BT, Brandon Trufa, and I was like, because the Lakers, it was before that when I got in, but I was just very ironic that the there the day after the Lakers lost, but Ben wasn't there either. So I guess it's I guess it all makes sense. Maybe it was just a planned day off. Yeah, Ben was in Minnesota for that Maller meet and greet. I don't know if you saw pictures on Twitter.
I have. I've
Ben throwing the.
Yeah, I've seen random pictures of Ben with his little meet and greet. Yeah, it was his crew of characters, his little posse that showed up was pretty interesting. But yeah.
Oh, Doc, did you see the fake wedding video with the Gina lady and Doc?
Oh no, you have to send that to me.
All right, I'll find a show on Twitter, but yeah, enough Ben Maller talk. Emmit Douglas, Nick Wright at Sports. Go check out my guy Ben from 11. Sometimes I call that show 11 to 3. That's like the overnights nights. Now why don't we dive into the other half of this Lakers story here? The Lakers Nuggets series, and after the game, and it was LeBron James' very cryptic press conference.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say, and I was telling Brian know this for last night, was look. My prediction is obviously we all know wants to play with me James, and LeBron James dropped 4 points last night, and the way LeBron is, why would he retire after that? Right? It's LeBron trying to get all this narrative, all this just discussion of Lakers, and we're gonna wait 4 months, and it's gonna be October. NBA season's gonna come. Guess who's on the Lakers still? LeBron James. I think it's all just a talk point. I don't think it's happening. There's a bigger chance of like AD getting and like Kyrie going to the Lakers than like both of those things actually happening than LeBron James stepping away from basketball. Stay at the Lakers for another year, then the whole Bronny James thing later, because Bronny committed to USC. He's probably gonna play and then go straight to the NBA. So that's only 2 more years that James really has to play. He could play longer, but you never know. I mean, he's 38, and he's still like, I mean, yeah, the age you can sometimes, like, but he's still playing at a pretty high levels. I just don't buy that LeBron's ready to call it, especially after losing the Western Conference. But then, like, I know it's contradicting my point a little bit. Brady's and then retired, but hey, LeBron, I think it's circumstances. I mean, Brady didn't have a son wanted to play with, and have to wait 1 more year. I think LeBron will win it until Bronny comes in the NBA.
Yeah, there's lots to unpack there. I actually Rob G. I tweeted at Rob G because he kind of had like LeBron retiring thing. I'm like, well, this would be a good time to go out on top, right? I mean, 40-point triple-double. I know he's 1 assist shy. It was a 40-point triple-double at 38, year 20. And people forget he's 38, year 20. And do people forget that he has a bad foot? He's probably going to, I guarantee in the next couple of weeks that it's going to be like, LeBron's having surgery on a foot. Like, it is unprecedented how good. We have never seen someone 38 years old this late in the game. I mean, I don't want to hear about Tom Brady that he stands in the pocket like a statue and throws a football. This is LeBron James looking like a 25-year-old still balling like this. It's ridiculous. And the amount of crap.
I don't know if I'd say he looks like a 25-year-old balling, but he's
okay.
Still
I mean,
high level. I mean,
he's still high level
there, but he's still balling.
For a 38-year-old, I've never seen anything like it athletically, and it's ridiculous.
Did Kobe? How old was Kobe when he retired? Like 30.
He was about 38. I'm pretty sure he was like 38 in his when he dropped 60 in his last game.
Yeah, but his last season was not.
Oh no, it's like, and I was arguing people as well on Twitter. It's like Jordan needed crutches to go down the floor when he was 38 with the Wizards. Like, I don't want to hear. I am so done with the LeBron MJ talk. Like, it's not even funny. Like, LeBron's the best player in ever. I don't want to hear about MJ. But no, is he going to retire? Absolutely not. I mean, that's the thing too. Everyone's kind of taking this strip of a quote about possibly the hint of retiring, but then after he kind of said like, well, next year, but everyone gets this one strip of quote, and then it's like after people didn't listen to the whole thing, and then after he's like, oh, next year we're gonna have AD back, we're gonna have Austin back, we're gonna have Rui back. It's like I feel like he wants to run it back, and I want to get into this Bronny. You know what? Okay, hold on. Before I get into the Bronny thing. Jason Smith, actually, I saw his tweet, and is actually really interesting. I don't know if you saw this. This is actually really interesting.
What if listen to the show last night? So I probably.
What if I saw him tweet out. I mean, I don't follow him, but I mean, I don't know how I saw the tweet, but I just did. It's like, what if LeBron takes a year off, and then when Bronny,
when
Bronny comes into the league, What if he comes in then to whatever team Braun, whatever team drafts him? And this gets, by the way, that's realistic and very interesting because that's actually not the worst tweet in the world.
That's a pretty solid Jason Smith.
It's a solid take. It's a solid take. But also, would a team really, just because they draft Bronny, be like, okay, LeBron, come on here?
Especially a 40-year-old LeBron, too.
Yeah.
Knowing LeBron, like hypothetically, let's say he takes a year off, does whatever LeBron does, which he's probably still gonna keep his body in shape. He's gonna ask for a lot of money, and we'll to give that up just because they have Bronny James.
Yeah, but also but then when I rethink that, I'm like, well, like what really a team just because Bronny's there, I mean, can you imagine the money and the media press and all the attention for a team who drafts Bronny? Be like, all right, LeBron, come on here. We have the classic father-son duo that we've never seen before. I don't know. That is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is because who knows truly? Like, I don't really follow like the recruitment part. I mean, Aaron Torres might be a better guy to ask.
Torres, absolutely.
I'll look. Maybe I'll reach out to him after. But he's like, is he like? I don't think he's top next year. Is he?
Sorry, what
is Bronny like the top guy?
I mean,
like a early first pick, top 5.
No. I mean, from what I gather, I've only seen clips of him, but when I gather from like NBA people and college hoops people, I mean, I don't think he's going to be. A lot of people think he's not going to be a first round pick. He's going to be like a second round pick. So but that depends. He's going to USC now. I mean, are we even sure he's only going to play 1 year? Maybe he stays for 2 years. But I mean, if he really balls out at USC and is like, all right, screw it, I'm going to go to the NBA. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Next year is going to be real interesting.
Agreed. Completely agree. And I just don't see LeBron taking another off. Like I'm not even disagreeing with Jason's take because like that's actually pretty fair. It's a fair opinion to have. I just happening. I mean, I think LeBron will play this year with the Lakers, try and run it back, and then figure out what's going to happen. Where
Emmit, I gotta say, sorry to cut you off, but I don't know if you want to pivot to this or I'm forcing it, but I'm kind of nervous because a lot of people. Kyrie Irving was at the game 4.
My God, that's okay.
I don't know.
I have a hot take here.
Yep.
All right, if Irving the Lakers are going to be significant than they like. I know they weren't good season, but I don't think they're safe in as far good without Kyrie. I think there's going to be too much office BS. Like I think there's going to be drama. I mean. So it's just
it depends. Here's the thing. My favorite white boy, Austin Reeves, is just my God. I mean, the Lakers let go of Caruso to Chicago, and it still kills me. They can't let another good white boy go too. This Austin Reeves kid is the real deal. The only problem is he even though the Lakers lost, he won because someone's gonna pay him a lot of money. And if the Lakers need to retain him, is my point. Him and Rui Hachimura. Here's the thing: if it costs to get Kyrie to let go of Reeves or Hachimura, then it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You can't do it. You have
that guy is. I thought he was bust until the Lakers.
Me too. When the Lakers got him in a trade, I'm like, really?
He's a Gonzaga guy, like home state.
Yeah, who the hell is? I'm like, who is this guy? His defense and like he had. If Darvin Ham like lets him go, he can score. It's just I don't know, but you got to have also. I mean, if you can retain Reeves and Hachimura and get Kyrie, man.
Okay.
I mean, because D'Angelo Russell, I'm out on D'Angelo Russell.
He had his run.
And I don't know. I mean, if Kyrie if he takes a pay cut. Like a big pay cut. And he's like, all right, I want to play with LeBron. I don't know. I could see it maybe happening where he takes a big pay cut. Like, all right, I'm going to go ball with LeBron with the Lakers. Let's try it out for a year. I don't know.
But here's okay. I don't know. Like you have to wonder how much will Pete like a team pay for Kyrie?
I don't know. I mean, like he's such a headache.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
I know he's a big headache, and it's just, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if it would work, to be honest with you. I really wish, because you got to think, and Rob Pelinka, the GM of the Lakers, deserves so much credit for that trade deadline. Think about that. Like, it hurts my soul to say this, but getting rid of Westbrook was, I mean, look what happened. I don't know if they would even make the play-in if they kept Westbrook and then do the trade to get Hachimura. You know what I mean? Like the moves that he made in that short amount of time. I know
I'm making these moves now.
like Lakers fans kill Darvin Ham. I'm not a big Darvin Ham fan, but at the same time, you got to think about like what happened after that trade deadline. They were literally the best team in basketball post trade deadline, and got to the Western Conference Finals. People who are like advocating that, oh, get rid of Darvin Ham. Really? With who? Nick Nurse? Like, I mean, Nick Nurse is a good coach. I mean, there's other guys out there who are good coaches too. But I mean, come on, man. Like Darvin Ham deserves another shot. I want to run it back with the same roster next year. And I want to say, if LeBron doesn't retire, he's not, but just saying, he needs to play the Kawhi game. I want to see LeBron James. I mean, I want to see LeBron playing 30 games a year. Get ready for the playoffs. That's what needs to happen.
So the Lakers, basically, what you're saying is the Lakers got to just hope that like Austin Reeves and Rui stays, and that's basically their key. Because I mean, I don't know if I see LeBron actually playing like 30 regular season games. I think he's gonna try and go more than that, but
I think he should only play that many games, though. That's what I mean. Like he's got to be like Kawhi with his little
same. It's just gonna make everything worse with the management crap that we all hate. I mean, I get it. Like as a Lakers fan, why you'd want that. But me not being a Lakers fan, I'm a Blazers fan. Being an NBA fan, and I think it's not how it's putting more flame on this load management. I mean, everybody's trying to squash it, and now I guarantee if LeBron does it, everybody else is going to do it.
No, I mean, Kawhi's been doing it for years, and he's still young and maybe not in his prime. But he's pretty old. LeBron's
he's hurt.
LeBron's ancient. No, but he's hurt, quote unquote. You're like, come on, LeBron has a legitimate excuse to to lay down like maybe only 30-40 games a year and get ready for the playoffs. Because I mean, Kawhi has hoodwinked Clippers Nation for years now. It's a joke. I would be embarrassed to be a Clippers fan because Kawhi is a joke.
yeah, but I don't know. The NBA, they need to do something about this load, man. Whether it be short in the season, which we can get into that more in the off season, because that's a whole nother that's summer.
Adam Silver came out and says he doesn't really care. And by the way,
that press conference, Arbor that day, and there's like every time it's like he contradicts himself. I'm like, what are you like? What, dude?
By the way, Emmit, Blazers fan, don't be surprised in the next couple months if you hear about some Damian Lillard to the Lakers talk.
It ain't happening. Okay, I'm gonna hear about it. It's not happening. Nope.
I just bookmarked this. All right.
It's not happening.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. We'll see.
I hope. Do you see? Okay, here. We're getting this off season NBA. I don't even know. I feel like we should kind of save the talk for a little later.
Yeah.
There's so much to get to. In turn, like there's always all these rumors that we could sit here till like 3 a.m. just dissecting. So we're not gonna do that. But why don't we into the Celtics Heat series really fast here, because I want to talk some a lot of these coaches getting fired. I want to get to that after the Celtics Heat talk. And we some football to talk. Some off-season moves. We're gonna get to that all, but
that Celtics coach has no idea what he's doing. I'm not an advocate for guys getting fired, but that Celtics coach is literally as old as me. And obviously the guys on the Celtics don't respect him, and he has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, and it's a lot. That whole Celtics thing. I mean, it's they barely Doc Rivers. I mean, it came down to that fight game where the Sixers and Doc Rivers had the Sixers. Doc Rivers kind just like they barely made it to the Eastern Finals alone. Now they're on the verge of getting by Miami. So
it's just crazy because the Celtics team, I know it's like on paper, it is. They are so much more talented than the Heat. It's not even a close. And you know what I think? I can't think of. I mean, without looking at my phone right now, I'm not going to try to remember who the Celtics head coach his name is.
I don't remember.
But
Jason,
do you remember? Ime Udoka was their former coach.
Yes.
I guarantee you right now, if they didn't fire Udoka because of that bogus whatever thing that happened.
I don't know what that was. I read by it, like it was so
like it's just that bogus allegation, whatever that was. I'm just saying that Udoka right now, the Celtics would not be in. I really think they screwed up by firing Udoka because that guy could.
This guy is.
And this guy has they don't respect him in the locker room. I can see it. I can see body language.
Well, doesn't Jaylen Brown want out? Like, isn't that kind of a rumor? Or like Jaylen Brown was saying there's some sort of lawsuits or some tension or something.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, like we can't. Let's not get into this. But like, I don't understand the Jaylen Brown hype. Like everyone keeps trying to. I keep seeing and hearing that like Jaylen Brown is this amazing NBA player. I don't see it. I don't understand it. Not just me. It's just me. But yeah. Jaylen Brown looks like he's gonna like sell me some insurance. I don't understand the hype around Jaylen Brown. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, he hasn't been good in these playoffs. He hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that one game that Tatum, I think was it game 6, Philly.
And by the way, I'm a big Jason Tatum fan, but it's getting harder and harder to keep defending him because where the hell is he at in these fourth quarters? It's bad. It's bad.
Oh yeah. And I think it's just a lot of it comes down to bad locker room, man. Like you said, I don't think these guys respect their coach. There might be some like tension between the players. Probably started because of the coach. Not an ideal situation. I mean, there's like a 1% chance the Celtics actually like pull the reverse against the Heat. But like this dude's definitely gone after the playoffs. I mean, if Monty Williams, you probably disagree, but Monty Williams is gone, then this needs to be gone. I mean, come on.
By the way, sorry, I had to look it up. Joe Mazzulla is the current Celtics head coach.
Yes.
Gonna bug me. He's literally as old as me, Emmit. Like, you really think guys in the locker room are gonna like pay attention to an early 30s head coach? Come on, man. Like, and you can just tell that last game. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on, Emmit. Let me just get a score update since we're talking about it. The Heat are up. The Heat are up 9.
Oh,
it's 61-52, third quarter.
I don't want to put Arnie, but O-V-E.
My God. How are the Heat going to sweep the Celtics with that roster against that Boston roster from top to bottom against the Heat? Like, honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you. Besides Jimmy Butler, I can't think of another player off the top of my head right now.
Gabe Vincent, Bam Adebayo.
Thank you, Big Bam. Big Bam. All right, there you go. Okay, sorry. I should have known Bam Adebayo. But it's just oh my God. It's unbelievable.
Is the guy with the song made about Tyler Hero? Is he,
no, he's still hurt as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it literally
finals. It
literally just proves that God, what's the Heat coach's name? I'm like
Eric Spoelstra.
Thank you. Spo is the best coach in the league.
Yes,
like come on. Unbelievable. I mean, Jimmy Butler deserves a lot of credit. That whole Heat roster, top to bottom, nobody knows who they are. Deserves a lot of credit. But Spo, come on. He is the best coach in the NBA by a mile.
Yeah, it's like he's bad. I think he's been the best coach for a while.
He's just under the radar.
And now that we're talking about coaches, quick question. We probably shouldn't get into it too long because there's a lot of other stuff. Do you think it's overrated? Popovich is overrated? Do you think that?
Absolutely no. Absolutely not. I have said before when I was at Fox, doesn't really help my case now, but no, I think he is. I used to say he was the best besides Phil Jackson. I think he's the second best coach of all time. I think it's arguable you can make him the best because when I said before, I mean, he had Duncan, Ginobili, and Tony Parker. That's a good little core, but come on. I mean, Duncan's a top tenor of all time, but then Tony Parker and Ginobili, and they won that.
Then you got Kawhi later on in Duncan's.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying, Phil Jackson had, MJ, Kobe, Shaq. I mean, he had that whole roster he just kind of went place to place. No, I think Popovich is rated as he should be. I think Popovich, I really think he is. I think there's an argument to be made that he's the best. On your all-time. Absolutely, 100%.
If he wins this finals, moving up. Like he's on my list, but
top 5. Oh, no, if he wins his finals, he's top 5 easy, not even close. And by the way, speaking of Popovich, I don't really have beef with the Spurs. I don't like the whole Tim Duncan Kobe debate because that just triggers me. But Popovich getting Wembanyama, if I'm saying that right. I mean that's going to be interesting. Popovich is 75 years old. I mean, and he gets Wembanyama now. People say he's the best prospect since LeBron and stuff like that.
Watch him be a bust. I don't know, but man, that would be the
bust. You think he's going to be a bust? I mean, that would be the big.
I don't. I just think it would be if it was. I think he's going to turn out to be a. I mean, definitely a great for him to pop and for Pop to finally get some sort of players.
I'm not going to say he's going to be a bust. I'm fascinated to see how he's going to be in the NBA because I know he owns French people and he's beating people up in the French league. That body, for how tall he is and that body, I'm just like Zion. I remember Zion was one of the biggest prospects coming to the NBA too, and his body just can't hold up. And I'm just curious to see for how tall Wembanyama is. Can it hold up?
It was more of a weight thing for Zion. Zion was 6'7".
Yeah, but he was just so freaking his body was just so large.
He was huge, yeah.
And just Wembanyama is just he's so tall and he needs to pack on at least 20 pounds. I mean, he just has to because I don't know if those knees are going to hold up. I'm worried about his knees. I really do.
It's very, very interesting take there. The way tall, a lot of centers and taller, NBA players do struggle with knee injuries. But Emmit, Doug, Wright. Why don't we go away from NBA for some ball, some good ball?
We're about 3 months away from real NFL. So I can't wait. By the way, do you watch the USFL at all?
I haven't, but if I'm gonna watch one of those,
it's football.
I'm an XFL guy. I'll say that.
XFL. I watch a little XFL, a little USFL.
I went to the XFL. I've been to the Sea Dragons game. That was.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will. Tell the story of that was this was good. I think I went to this right after we go together for the last time. I moved a day or two after. So we go there and one of my friends Q guessed the number. So they had this thing when you're checking your tickets, making sure you're good to go in and all that. And it was a bucket of poke something. And he guessed the exact number of how much we're in there. I think it was 203 or something. And they moved this up.
Whoa. Okay.
We were in the clubhouse, but we were in the area because he guessed that number correctly. And it was awesome. We had people all around us, in our row spot. Oh, we had it. We had it because we had one person in front of us. One group of people. There's 4 of us, but. When we were, Ben DiNucci, the quarterback for the Sea Dragons. I think this was Arnie's or something. This guy in front of me, he was DiNucci the MVP throws a pick. A couple minutes later, go throws a pick. But when quiet, DiNucci was going off. I was like, am I watching this game with Arnie Senior? What the it was his thing. I was like, what a coincidence. So
that's weird.
Here, jinxing everything.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's football, right? I mean, I like it. It's football. I mean, there's some guys. XFL is kind of, I don't know, whatever. But USFL has some talent. They have some talent there.
It's interesting to see like different rules or whatnot, like these smaller kind of thing. But the main thing I want to talk about, Nick, is we've done a show since the Rodgers trade. Oh, now okay, we're going with Bruce.
Here we go.
What are your thoughts on to the Jets?
Well, I'm gonna save what there was news today about Rodgers. I don't know if you saw that.
His ankle. I saw.
Yeah, little. And Alan Lazard, who is a former Packers teammate with Rodgers, who went to the Jets. He had to be helped out of training as well, so that's a great start for the old Jets there. But do I think that's a threat to the AFC? Rodgers and the Jets? Nope, not even a little.
All right. I completely agree. 100.
Not even a little bit. I think let's
start with the division. For the people they will be playing. If they will be playing Josh Allen the Bills, which is gonna be. I mean, they're gonna like I both are a better team than the New York Jets. All right. Mac Jones mid.
I mean, Mac Jones is mid. I'll go. Mac Jones is not. Mac Jones is below mid to me. I think he's a backup quarterback. I really can't wait because everyone said, "Oh, Mac Jones didn't have an offensive coordinator last year." He's a bad quarterback. He's just all right. Anyway, I could go on about Mac Jones. I'm done.
And then which there's question marks, but if he the Dolphins, if they stay healthy,
they're healthy, I will say,
they're gonna be running for it. Oh, I love that Dolphins team, man. I love the moves they've made.
Man, week 1, Chargers, Herbert against Tua again. Ooh, get that. By the way, it's called the Twitter Bowl for us Chargers and Dolphins fans because Dolphins fans are obsessed with.
I wonder what a certain TV guy who hosts the show, Taylor, is gonna say.
Yeah. But I just mean, here's the thing. I'm not a Tua hater. I don't think he's that good. I feel bad because he, doesn't know how to stay upright and stay healthy. But I don't wish him any injury. But Dolphins fans hate Chargers fans so much, and it's always that's why we call it the Twitter Bowl, because those fans interact so much, literally every single day. And when they met last year, I think Tua had 3 picks, something like that. He was pretty bad, and Herbert just destroyed it. The whole thing is that Dolphins fans forever. Well, because Tua went 5 and Herbert went 6 in the draft in 2020. And they're always just going to be mad about it.
Yep.
That's just how it is. But if Tua can stay healthy, he has all the weapons around him. He literally has the best receiving core in the league. So I'd hope he'd be good.
Yep.
But when the this hungry Chargers team in week 1 and Justin Herbert, I cannot wait for week 1 against the Dolphins because they're gonna maybe we'll do a show hopefully in the coming months before football season. That's gonna be a massacre, and I really can't wait to predict that.
I'll book that, but we'll definitely have to get we'll probably during our prediction shows, one of those will get brought up here.
I cannot wait for prediction time. I can't wait. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted there. Let's go back to Rodgers and the Jets.
The Jets. I think they're locked in as the third team in their division. I mean, it's not even just the division. Yes, AFC is.
It's loaded. It's just loaded.
It's not even. I mean, if Rodgers, if that was an NFC team, they'd probably be the second best team in the NFC behind the Eagles.
Well, that's the thing.
I really believe
the NFC. Who's in the NFC? Jalen Hurts,
Eagles.
And Jalen Hurts, Dak. I guess now Derek Carr with the Saints.
I liked a nice Seahawks, man. We had a pretty solid draft. I mean, we didn't pick them we needed, but
hey, I respect Geno. I get it, but I mean, just if you look at the landscape,
I think the Niners quarterback be there too. Sure.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I could be under center for the Niners and probably be a 10-win team. That's how freaking good that team is.
Alex Tice, dude, he didn't know nothing about football, and he could be under center.
Exactly. It's like I mean, I can't wait to see. It's like I saw Trey Lance is working out with Mahomes. I can't wait to see if it's going to be Purdy, Lance. I don't know. But no matter what, the Niners are going to be there no matter what because they're just they're just a well-run organization, and it annoys me because my wife is the biggest Niners fan.
Are the for sure locks in the NFC. I mean, the for sure just.
Oh, the Eagles. The Eagles are a lock to win that division. It's a lock.
I think they're a lock to win the NFC.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, unless Purdy comes back and just lights it up. I mean, it's the Eagles or the Niners in the NFC. Like that. That's it.
And you know what's funny too about the Eagles, and this is kind of our off-season talk here. At first, like when they were losing those guys and all that, oh man, the Eagles are screwed. Until draft day, I was like, oh, never mind. I mean, I was if ever work, I think the questions with Jalen Carter, but I think. Oh, I think the Eagles is like the perfect spot for him. I mean, it seems like a very happy culture in that room. I think he'll be. But I mean, there's still some question marks that you should look at if you're the Eagles. If you're, there's some things Jalen Carter makes. But even then, man, and if that out, ooh, the Eagles line is going to be heat.
Oh, I mean, what's in the division? I mean, like the Cowboys, and I just never thought Dak was that good. Dak lost Kellen, so Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator, is now with the Chargers. Yep. And it's going to be really eye-opening because now Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator, has a real quarterback, and it's going to expose Dak Prescott a lot. It really is. I really cannot wait to see, because the Chargers, Justin Herbert with cracked ribs, did not have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams literally the whole season. Like, they played 4 games total together, and Justin Herbert had cracked ribs with Joe Lombardi, who is maybe the worst offensive coordinator in the league. And I hope he doesn't get a job again. I actually really hope that. It's mean, but he was just horrible.
ESPN will call him.
Just horrible. And now that he has a real offensive coach, it's going to expose Dak Prescott a lot. But I will say, the Chargers' schedule is brutal. And guess what? Just off the top of your head, I'm not expecting you to know. Guess what bye week the Chargers have this year?
It's like 4 or 5, right?
5. That is that. Do you know how bad that is?
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
I really think. I mean, they were 10-7 last year. I'm not going to do predictions. We're not going to do predictions right now. But I just think for the Chargers always have health issues with guys staying up. Having a bye week in only week
bye for you guys.
It literally the worst possible bye, and we have a brutal. The schedule's brutal, just brutal.
Yeah. So favorite off-season moves. None of us like that Aaron Rodgers move. None of us on the show.
And by the way, Emmit, real quick. I mean, we got to get into it. I mean, so yeah, today Aaron only in practice. Aaron Rodgers, his ankle, and Alan Lazard, they kind of got hurt in practice already. That's not a great sign for the Jets. Not a great sign.
I think the Jets are just cursed.
I mean,
just why? Like some freaking thing's gonna happen that's gonna ruin the Jets season by like week 5. I would not be shocked if that actually went down.
I love to see Aaron Rodgers fail. I'm sick like that.
I love that we're both Rodgers haters, because it's great, man. Just watching all the shatter of Rodgers.
I love it. Because what an idiot! Why would he come to the AFC?
Yes.
Like why? Like literally why? And he's gonna face what I can't wait for. And I tweeted this when he first got there. Aaron Rodgers and the New York media. Oh my God! Aaron Rodgers doesn't really like to be talked about. He isn't like he's not a big media guy. Oh, and you're going to literally the one city that's gonna dissect you every single time. Oh, Aaron Rodgers, I can't wait for the New York media to tear him apart week after week. It's going to be glorious. Can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The interesting place for Rodgers to go. If I right now with Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if I go there, honestly. I don't know if I lead the Packers. With how crappy that NFC is, I mean, he moves away from. I mean, Aaron Rodgers in the postseason blows, so I don't think he would have done crazy, but he could have fought 1 seed if they did everything right and something he wanted or some sort of reason. I just don't know why.
But I am curious to kind of pivot. I can't wait to see what Jordan Love's got. I really can't wait to see, because is it going to be like a far is it going to be because he was he on the bench for 4 years? I mean, kind of like Rodgers to Favre. I mean, what if he comes out and just goes? I mean, this is a good time for Jordan Love to. What is there like 3 good quarterbacks in the NFC? And I'm being nice about that. Like, I mean, seriously.
Well, here's this hypothetical then. Let's say Jordan Love doesn't work out, and let's say the Niners, let's say they start Purdy or Lance, right? As just a great first, and it gets to the deadline. Do the Packers call the Niners about whoever's not a quarterback if Love doesn't pan out? I mean, you want like a Trey Lance on your team, like you can probably give up like a second or a third and get him, and
if he was on the bench for 4 years waiting to go, I mean, here's the thing. We saw some flashes of Jordan Love. From the few flashes, all right, I think he can play. And I think it has to be catastrophic, like November, mid-November, maybe. But I don't think so. I mean, he was on the bench for that long. I really don't think that the Packers, I mean, unless they go like 0-4, I mean, I don't know. But I don't think they will. I really don't. The NFC is that weak. I mean, this Detroit Lions hype after last year is out of control. I don't think they're going to be that good. So,
I think, but okay, hype. Let me change up here. The first 6 weeks be rough for them after that gambling stuff.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's pretty crucial. But so like our favorite moves for the off season here. I'm gonna start. We've like Rodgers is our least favorite, and I mean I can just we're Rodgers haters, but I like first of all, I'll give you a couple of mine. My Seahawks. I know I hate unless I don't, but I like that Draymond Jones. I like that Julian Love signing. I like that Devin Bush signing. I like it, man. I like what we did.
No, I think you guys are a playoff team next year. I really do.
This is going to sound shocking, right? Because Derek Carr is, you said Mac Jones is average on a mid. Carr is a definition of mid. But that Saints team,
it's a good team around him.
Crappy division, crappy NFC.
Yep.
I like that move for the Saints.
I do. No, I agree, and he is the definition of mid. And in the NFC,
but
in the NFC in that division, I mean, Mac Jones better win at least 10 games and 11 games go to the playoffs. I mean, it's right there for him. Like he has no excuse not to. So I agree. Like even though I can't stand Carr, and I think he is maybe a 14-15 quarterback last year. With that Saints team around him. Yeah, I mean, he better win at least 10, 11 games, go to the playoffs. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And what are your favorite and least favorites from the Aussie?
I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I was so Chargers focused. I was really not excited about the draft. The Chargers drafted Quentin Johnson, receiver, because Herbert needs all the help he can get. My offseason moves, Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator to the Chargers, because I really think Herbert is going to be unlocked now, and they're not going to, it's crazy his stats last year with not having his 2 best receivers and pretty much playing on broken ribs for 2 months. So,
favorite just popped in my head. Anybody who thinks Odell Beckham's gonna be that number 1 offer Lamar Jackson is hot. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, I think he's fine, but he's just wait. Odell Beckham's body isn't.
By the way, one thing that annoys me, I'm going to go back to the NFL draft. So the Chargers drafted Quentin Johnson, wide receiver. I wanted, and many Chargers fans wanted, Zay Flowers.
Yes, to the Ravens.
And then right after Baltimore got Zay Flowers after Quentin Johnson. And I'm still kind of heated about it. And because the Chargers don't have guys, yards after catch guys.
Yep.
And he is the definition of that. But I've read a lot of stuff about people who are smarter than me about the Chargers and football. And I'm going to hope that Quentin Johnson is just he's like a younger Mike Williams and who can, go up and get the ball. I want a guy who can I don't know. I just think this is going to be a draft where Chargers fans will look back and be like, damn, like we could have had Zay Flowers instead of Quentin Johnson. That's my big issue of the offseason, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm wrong. I pray I'm wrong. I'm not wrong often in the draft. I mean, I was literally part of the 1% that thought Justin Herbert was going to be a good quarterback. So, we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong this one time.
I mean, hopefully for because I'm I like to see I like Herbert. I like to see Herbert succeed. So hopefully wrong. I think the way drafting, I can't hate on them. So the Chargers. I think this is kind of you got to trust your GM here. I think the moves he's made for Justin Herbert and
Telesco is interesting.
He's
I don't know.
Way to put it. But like what you draft that lineman, you and year after Herbert got drafted, sixth pick, Slater, right? Yeah, so Slater.
Yeah, and by the way, he was hurt last year too, and Herbert still balled out. So.
Yep. And then he bring these guys on the defensive end, and like I think I think he kind of knows what he's doing. I think he knows how it's key.
I agree, but at the same time, since he's been GM, the Chargers have made the playoffs like once in 10 years. So I mean, trust me. Chargers Nation hates Telesco. I mean, I don't love him. I don't hate him. But
there's a lot out there. But I can see like why is the Chargers gonna like him, but like these couple years, man, like what he's doing for Herbert, it's only tell. I could be completely wrong on this. Like this could just completely flop and two is I don't know what like bad karmas have, but they just have horrible luck with injuries or
every year. Yeah, of course. And that's that week 5 bye scares the crap out of me because I mean, it's just too early. So, yeah.
Emmit Douglas Wright here on Blindside Sport. Is there anything you want to talk about really quickly here?
Actually before let me just get a score update here. What do we got? Oh my. Wow. The Celtics coming back big, 88-79, third quarter, end of the third quarter. Celtics came back big.
Wait, the Celtics are up right now?
They're up 11. Look at that.
Wow.
So
78.
Yep. So I mean, my God, I'm gonna cry. I am rooting. Because Marcus Smart had a quote that said, "Don't let us get one game because you never know." I mean. If the Celtics are the first team to come back from 3-0, I'm gonna cry. Like I'm really,
that's pretty brutal.
I really want the Heat to close this out right now because it's at Miami. If the Celtics really make this comeback, 4 games in a row,
I'm gonna have to this one later. And I feel like what. Like what would be interesting it like watch the Celtics win through a row, then it's 7 and then Miami just finds their win, just crushes the Celtics. I mean that for you as a Celtics that would probably be even better for you.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of beautiful to see Tatum 3 in a row and then he just the next game in game 7 and takes it to the final. If you're Miami, you kind of want that rest. I mean,
Thursday. You have over a week off. I mean, Denver's going to be good. Denver can literally go to Cancun without being eliminated and just chill right now.
Yeah, so, I mean, So it ain't like like we said, it's a very slim chance it does go to like if like the very slim chance the Celtics actually like thing like this, but series would be over Monday. So it would be 2 days. 2 days can do 9 days for rest.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to. I mean, I think I think it might end in 5. I think the Celtics did pull this one out.
I don't know. I mean, if they win right now in Miami, then they'll go back to Boston. Boston wins. I mean, if you just drop that, Miami needs the win right now because if Boston gets this win. And just that one little seed of doubt in your head. That's why I was praying the Lakers should have won last night because I just wanted that little seed of doubt in Denver's heads to be like, oh man, I don't know. So if Boston does it, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you wonder like if can Boston do it? I think Joe Mazzulla could get out coached. That could be their big issue, but it's definitely interesting. I mean, up a win right now. The what left in the third, probably the fourth, probably the fourth. It's been a couple minutes. Like I think the Celtics got this one, and then like you said, you go back to Boston. Definitely not looking good, fans. But then again, like Boston, like they've done some pretty things in the playoffs. People have not shown up absolute worst times. Like anything could happen, man. This series is like it quickly turned for the interesting. We're doing the show. I mean the up by 9 in like up a man to this game. Now the Celtics are up by 11. So it's very interesting to see what happens with this one. Very weird series.
Yeah, next time I talk to you, I don't know, it could be a lot different. We'll see.
Exactly. Emmit Douglas, Nick Wright here on Blindside Sports. We talked about the Lakers. We talked about the Nuggets. Talk Celtics. Heat. Is there? Oh yeah, these coaches getting them. So the coaches who've lost their jobs are gonna quickly go through these here in the playoffs. I'm gonna give you a coach. You're deserving or not deserving. Start with the probably most obvious one, Doc Rivers.
What, deserving of what? Another job?
Of losing, of getting fired from Philly. Like, do you think it was about that time for them?
Well, I mean, he's how many 3-1 leads can he blow? I mean, come on, man. Like, I remember that was a running joke when he was a Clippers coach. I mean, and he does it again in Philly a couple times. I mean, do I hate Doc Rivers? Like, no, but actually I kind of do, because he was the coach of the 2008 Celtics, the last title that he won against the Lakers. But, I mean, does he deserve another job? Yes, he does. But, yes, he deserves you can't trust. I mean, he's blown, like, oh, man, I wish I had the stat in front of me, but it's like he's blown, like, 16 playoff games when he's up. It's like, it's insane.
He's never won Game 7, right?
I don't know that for sure, but
I'm sure. Someone, I'll find it after the show, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think he's one of them, but
it's ridiculous.
I think this was the right move for this. Like you said, we're not rooting for guys to get fired out. I think either way he's gonna get a job, whether that be an analyst or as a coach. But like there's some sort of career with it, talking NBA or coaching NBA for Doc Rivers. I think like if like in the right situation, okay, give him a chance. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. Like you said, I mean 3-1 leads. That's a huge turnover team. I mean, the Clippers are in the Clippers, right? And probably like the Sixers even thought. I mean, like the Clippers are Clippers, but to see him do it in Philadelphia too is.
I mean, he had Embiid, Harden, Maxey. Okay. I mean, he had a squad.
Harden is not it, and I got somebody.
Well, he's washed, but
he playoff, and it's not even washed. It's just he just sucks in the playoffs. Like someone's like, oh, he's had 10, 40 plus playoff games. Yeah, well, he makes it to the second round. He's never really like a first round guy. Like he does his thing, and he makes. But he's been in the league for so long. There's like 1 or 2 40 plus playoff games per year. Like he's just and then he just has like these just crap shoots where he's like 3 for 19 from the floor. Like I think a lot of it goes with Doc Rivers and even James Harden too. I mean, Doc's obviously get the most blame coach, and we all know Doc's reputation. Doc Rivers and James Harden together. Yeah, that's choke city.
Oh yeah.
And then the next one here, and we agree on this one. I don't know, but Monty the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, man, I don't think he should have been fired.
Yes,
I really don't.
Thank you.
Like come on, and by the way, like I saw like KD had like a hand in him getting fired. Like really?
Are you shocked? really shocked.
No, of course, no. Well, the fact that KD did, I mean, no, but I mean, come on. I mean, again, like the guy's gotten them this far, a couple years. I know it's like they haven't won it all, but I mean, who's better out? You got to think, like, who's better out there? There's a lot of coaches. I mean, like Nick, again, I keep going back to Nick Nurse. I mean, Nick Nurse is a good coach, but I mean,
is he really going to be better? But then again, little rumor, like the day that Monty hired was that the Suns could do something to like get a Ty Lue from the Clippers.
Like
Ty Lue.
I mean, Ty Lue's, he is a good coach.
I'm not saying that.
Coach. But I mean, is that going to be a big upgrade from Monty? I mean, I don't know
if it's an upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Me neither. I mean, I just don't get that. I don't get that firing. At the time, I didn't get it. Like, I don't.
The Monty thing is, like, he every year it happens to the Suns because Chris Paul's years old and he probably should retire. But,
he needs to retire. He's literally he hasn't been healthy in the playoffs for like 3 years straight. Like, he needs it's over.
And you know, when you have Chris Paul, when he's healthy, he's a player. I'm not saying he's bad. He his leadership and his passing skill brings the Suns, like it helps him. But if your guy stay healthy in the playoffs when you need him, and now I mean, if it costed you your job, because I mean the Suns were injured, and also it's like traded so much KD trade. It's like Chris Paul, Devin Booker, KD, DeAndre Ayton, DoorDash drivers.
Yeah.
I'm good for food after, and I'm sure the guy who is gonna do it is a Phoenix Suns player. I don't even live in Phoenix, but ever since that KD, like, who's on this? Like, they traded Mikal away to the Nets. So it's like, then that was your big role player guy, and then who they traded so much for that for KD, which I thought I mean I kind of got played because I thought it was gonna work. 3 weeks in, KD slipped something and rolls his ankle in pregame and is out for 6 weeks. Like, come on, like,
I know
Kevin Durant. And then the other one is like Budenholzer, which.
That was a bad firing. That firing killed me. Like, I mean, I don't. I mean, again, who else are they gonna get? I mean, like, they got smoked in the first round. I get it's bad.
Well, now that Monty Williams fired, I mean, they could get Monty.
I mean, hey, I don't get. It could work out for them. I mean, it's not gonna be public, but like, there is no way Giannis did not have a part in that, because it had to be a Giannis thing. It just had to, because Budenholzer has gotten the Bucks. Like, they just won the other year, and he gets them far every single year. I know they got smoked by the Heat, but really, like, you're gonna fire Budenholzer? Like, that has to be a Giannis thing. It just has to, because I don't get that firing either. Him and Monty, I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think like that first round exit, pretty embarrassing. I get it bad,
but look at the Heat. But look at the Heat now, though. Like, I feel like it's revisionist now, because look at the Heat. I know they're down. I mean, they're still going to beat Boston in the series. Let's be real.
Yeah,
there's like firing Budenholzer just because. I mean, in the moment, just I don't know. But look at the Heat now. Look at the Heat now, and be like, Milwaukee's gonna be like, okay, well, who are we going to hire now? Like, who?
Monty Williams, the Bucks head
coach. I mean, Monty. I mean. I don't know, Nick Nurse. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about JJ Redick being I wanted to bring that up because
no how, as Rocker would say. No.
Now, do I think I don't really watch ESPN morning shows anymore? Like, First Take is the biggest garbage trash heap in sports now.
Hey, the time you get up, you got the best morning show with 2 pros and a cup of Joe.
Yeah, I don't pop on my radio, to be honest. But I'm just saying, like
you don't pop at.
he is like whenever I do like pop on First Take, like, he's really good. Like, he's the only good like host on First Take. But giving him a head coaching job already, that's ridiculous. So I we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I never really watched the first take. It just everything you see from JJ Redick is like he's always in something. He like him and Torres. Ooh, that was some beef a couple years ago. Him and Torres got into it on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
A couple years ago?
Like maybe last March Madness, I think. Or
interesting.
He's Torres is blocked by JJ Redick.
Oh my god! All right, I gotta look that up.
Torres is blocked by the Redick. That's a good question now. But besides because I know you're blocked by him. The most famous person or most well-known person you're blocked by on Twitter.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's hilarious? I was just telling there is a reality show coming out. I forgot what it's called, but Richard Sherman and William Shatner is on it, and they are literally. I am blocked by Richard Sherman.
How'd you get blocked by Sherman?
I don't know. I mean, when I was first in radio, I probably tweeted crap to him. I don't know.
He was listening to Stephen and Brady Papinga, and
maybe I don't know. But I remember it was a couple of years ago, where I just I looked up Richard Sherman. I saw a tweet from him. I mean, someone else retweeted him, and I clicked his profile, and it says I'm blocked. I don't know. I have no idea. And also, William Shatner blocked me too because it was the whole Ben Maller. It was because I was associated with Ben Maller, and he blocked a bunch of people on Fox Sports. So but yeah,
Rob Guerra's blocked him too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so he pretty much blocked a lot of Fox Sports people, and I was kind of a part of that. But yeah, Richard Sherman blocking. I don't know what I did. I mean, I definitely did.
Mike Silver.
That's what I'm trying to. Oh, Mike Silver. Why?
So our guy Berto. You remember when that Brett or whatever, that Chiefs guy, the drunk driver?
Yeah.
So he defending how alcoholism's a real thing or something just absolute dumb. And Berto went off on him, and I was just like, that's the dumbest here in all this. And then with the Maller militia, I was just quarantined. I was bored, and I obviously agreed with Berto because I have no sympathy for anyone who tries drunk. Come on, I mean, especially now we got cell phone, Uber, and all this crap. Just find another. It's not that hard. So I have no sympathy for that. And I just called this guy a clown, and I didn't realize it. I think I just recently checked. Yeah, he has me.
Wow.
Yeah, and Berto's blocked too. Berto blocked that same night.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I saw Sherman block me, I didn't tweet at him at all. So I think maybe when I was first at Fox Sports Radio and on the weekends, I definitely know for sure that I talked a lot of crap on him when I got my little times with J-Mac or Steve Hartman's show and maybe a couple other shows. I definitely talked crap on him when I could because I can't stand Richard Sherman.
Listening though. What?
That's the thing, because I know I didn't. I look back, I didn't tweet anything at him. But yeah, I mean, I think maybe he thought I was the other Nick Wright. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, by the way, did you see? Last week I got I woke up and I got this text, this mile-long 5-paragraph text.
Wait,
that someone
text from your cell phone or on Twitter?
No, on my cell phone, and that was concerning. And it was this big thing. I'll DM you the screenshot of it later. But I got this big thing where someone somehow got my number and thought I was the popular Nick Wright.
Right. Yeah.
And it was crazy. And and I actually I thought it was kind of, I mean, I didn't, it's weird because I don't know how this person got my number. And I reached out to many people, and I was kind of hoping someone was just trolling me, but apparently not. And I even added the real Nick Wright to be like, damn, I can never get out of your shadow, man. And he's like, and he actually responded to the tweet like, damn, I'm sorry. But it was hilarious. I mean, it's just kind of weird. That was just really weird.
Nick is.
I'll at you on it.
I don't think Nick lived in Cali, because you probably like it's not really our business.
No, it was like
you probably still have your Cali area code. I don't think
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It's an 805 area code. I don't even know what the hell where that's from. But yeah, it was like
it's probably not even close to what Nick did. That's the weird part.
Yeah, I'll go back to the tweet and I'll at you so you can see it. No, I'll at you. But yeah, that was just a weird thing last week where I'm like, what the hell is this? And the actual Nick Wright actually responded, which is pretty funny.
How many times has he responded to you?
Oh, that was the only time.
Wow.
And but I think I've said this before in the show. It was Mark Willard's show when I first got like hired there the first few months, and then like Cowherd recruited Nick there, and he knew who I was. Because Mark Willard's like, hey, we have a board op, Nick Wright. Do you happen to know? And like, he actually somehow knew. It was like, oh yeah, I'm aware of who he is. I'm like, okay. So and that's pretty cool. He's aware of me. So it's kind of funny.
Hey, Nick Wright, we'd love to have you on the show.
yeah. Good luck with that one. But yeah,
I think I could probably like out of anybody on the first things first, I could probably get through. I don't know about Nick Wilds, but just because I'm cool with Rob G, that'd be the only way.
Right? Yeah. God, Kevin Wilds, man. He's a lot of people talk crap on ESPN people, but he is. I can't take it.
Of Ian. Like,
he is bad. He's just bad. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway.
Oh yeah, a lot of those TV guys though, like you have to wonder doing this for reactions, and Wilds is like one of those rings where I'm like, I don't think he is.
He just doesn't know what the hell he's talking about every single time he's on the air. Like he does make fun of himself that he's like the court jester of the show. Well, it's true because every single time he talks about sports, like he literally talks crap about Justin Herbert but loves Mac Jones. Like it does. It's crazy. Everyone like talks crap on Kedrick Perkins and other analysts on sports. Like no, he is the epitome. He is the epitome of just what. Also, I'm gonna say too. I don't watch it often, but whenever I watch the Craig Carton show, that's really bad too. Have you ever seen that?
I've seen clips. And, I got something for you to check out, and I think it's great, but none of the like producers will tell me anything about this at FSR. I don't think they. But have you heard the Paulie and Tony Usku show?
No.
Oh my! Is
it radio or TV?
I don't even know what it is. I'll send you a tweet after this. It is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
All right.
Because here's a tweet. All right. He worked with a great globally. It'll be like at whatever Catino's Twitter is gets kicked off the show for his horrible take on so and I think they're Fugazi Philly guys. Like I don't think they're real Philly guys. Like the weirdest. If any star person or anybody who knows about these, let me know like what their shtick is, man. It is weird.
Oh, I love Catino. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they've ripped Catino. Catino's awesome.
But if they're Philly guys, I'm not surprised.
But they don't sound like authentic Philly guys. It's so weird. Like they sound like some of the most weird like accents I've ever heard. It's, they've ripped on Ornberger before. Ornberger is one of the nice like Ornberger.
Oh, awesome. I remember a little bit where Ornberger went on the show. Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
What's those guys? Do you know anything? Because I'm like,
no, I don't. I
to figure it out.
I remember like God, that was months ago now. But like back when I was in California still, I remember Ornberger went on the show and then he got ripped on it, and I do remember him like talking about it.
I think Gottlieb went on there and got straight out called them fools on Twitter. Why is FSR like?
Hey, I mean, I think they're I mean, if they're pulling names, I mean, they're professional trolls. So I mean, they're good.
Yeah, they don't have much fault. I guess, but like, I would not want that on my network. That's all I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Really quickly before we get out, time we did a show, you were fresh in Chicago, right? Right? You never experienced anything. You went to was it Cubs game? You went a couple weeks ago, right? I've
been to a couple weeks ago. It was a White Sox game, right. And that was a great stadium, the best stadium food ever I've ever had. And yes, right. I've been to Wrigley Field, so I've gotten to taste the both stadiums. And and I'm looking forward to going to Soldier Field this year. Really disappointed. The Bears played the Chargers, but of course it's in LA. But yeah, no. the White Sox stadium. Wrigleyville is maybe the best stadium I've ever been to. I'm not even gonna lie. Unbelievable. But I will say, the White Sox have the best food. I had this sandwich there that was the best sandwich maybe I've ever had in my life.
What was the sandwich?
It was like a pastrami, like roast beef combo with like all the fixins with like peppers and onion. I don't know. I don't know. It was like a show. It was unbelievable. But I mean, I've always heard like White Sox Stadium has like an affinity for like good stadium food, and man, it lived up to it. But yeah, no, Chicago so far.
You to me, so about food, all right. When I'll you can answer a question after, but when I went to the Sea Dragons game, guess how much I paid Powerades?
How much a Powerade was?
Yes.
$5.
$10.
How much?
$7.
Oh my God. Jesus. That's how they make their money.
Good. Oh yeah. What did you for everything you guys got at this game, like, because I'm sure you went with your wife, what was the total cost?
Yeah, no, my wife's good friend. The reason why we're here, like, my wife's good friends, like, they actually, my wife's friends / husband, like, they have like season tickets, not their season tickets, but they know someone who has season tickets, and they can never make games, so we all went, and oh man, the seats are amazing. But I mean, it was like an $8 sandwich. Like, it wasn't crazy or anything like that. Like,
they got good prices too.
Yeah, so like beer was like $7. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, yeah, it's not the worst.
Like, one of the best I've heard in a while. I've heard horror stories about how expensive stadium is.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and but even what's the Mariner T-Mobile in that, like, that place is expensive too. Like,
is it?
Oh yeah, so the White Sox, they got the best price, man. Seems pretty good.
I mean, no, I've always heard. I mean, they stink this year, but I mean, I've always heard that like White Sox Stadium has an incredible. And I also had a sandwich, but also Chicago's. I also had a hot dog, Chicago style hot dog.
Gotta get a hot dog at the game.
Oh my God, that the best hot dog I've ever had too. So I mean, honestly, being in Chicago and living in LA pretty much my whole life. Chicago food is different out here, man. Like it is better. The pizza's better. Just the quality of food is just better out here. I can't explain it, but it just is.
Yeah, right. And here, in Washington, the food, right? Like, it's like we got some good. Don't get me wrong. Like, if I were to leave this city, like, there's like a couple spots that I missed, but we're so average. Like our fast food places are like McDonald's, BK, Taco Bell, Jack, Popeyes, Win, like Del Taco, like that.
Well,
like
I mean, that's good. That's a good lineup for me. But I will say,
but when you've lived this long, like my whole life, like, it's like,
I get it.
Add some new stuff, man. Like, you guys got even raisins out there when you California. I mean,
I was gonna say, I miss In-N-Out more than anything in the world. I will say that.
Oh, In-N-Out. So every time, so like I was telling you, like, I only get the In-N-Out when I go to Oregon. I'm going there next week. In-N-Out is definitely in my future.
I'm so jealous.
A little bit. I'll be there for too. So In-N-Out is in the future a couple of times. I'm so excited. That double with the animal style.
Don't say it. God, I miss it.
You can go right on like the best hot dog of your life though. So I mean, you're.
I know, and like honestly, like White Castle out here has kind of filling that void. I'm not gonna lie, like I've had White Castle in Vegas, and it's not the same. It's just better out here. So
I heard somebody say that, and why don't I was like, yeah, White Castle's not the same. I never went there. I picked In-N-Out over White Castle. White Castle, like, it was like a late kind of thing, and they're open. And I've heard the Vegas one was way different.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it is what it is. But yeah,
before we get out of here really quickly, because I know we've been in. Let's get a score update.
Let me get. Yep. Let's see what we got. So we got. Oh man, the Celtics are up 105-89. Celtics taking commanding lead with 3 minutes left. Wow, we're going back to Boston. Do
you remember when I said OVER in Arnie's voice?
I think you jinxed it.
Arnie
jinxed it.
So, sorry, Heat fans. Y'all gotta go to Boston. But man, I still Miami has the series. I really do. But wow.
Yeah, by the way, Jason Tatum dropping 27 right now. Wow. He's not done.
Yeah, he's still going.
Yeah. No, no, Celtics got this one wrapped up. Interesting.
Because the Heat don't have Gabe Vincent dropping like 8 points or whatever he dropped.
Yeah. God. Yeah, seriously.
that guy, that driver, I didn't even know that guy wasn't until like diehard NBA. Like me and you can name like most football players and stuff. Like we're pretty. We know our stuff there. Like I consider us both like pretty solid NBA fans, but like these past couple of years, it's like harder who people are. It's weird.
I know. I agree.
Like you got more like random players just getting like 2 ways and then turning out.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But if you guys enjoyed the episode, this is an episode, man. We had a lot. We talked a lot of stuff. A lot of NBA, a lot of ball, some hot some stadium food talk. I got into that whole thing with Brian Noe a while ago when we had a great stadium food conversation. Everyone loves stadium. I don't know. People like to hear about the prices, but if you enjoy, leave a like, comment. Clips will be out later, Nick. There's some things I'm already eyeing clipping. So
all right.
Stay tuned on Twitter. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we're gonna try episode soon. Before the NBA finals, because we gotta predict that. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like. See ya
later.